I did a video talking about how you should fight like hell for your candidate in the primary, but if your candidate doesn't end up being the nominee, you still then have to rally, because one of only two people are going to win the election, the Democrat or the Republican. And if you would normally vote for the Democratic nominee, but you don't like something that the Democratic nominee did or said, so therefore you feel like you can't vote for that Democratic nominee, what you do is you help the Republican get elected. Third party is not going to win, okay? And we need to come to terms with that real fast. We're heading to a midterm election, and then we're, after that, 2 years away from another presidential election. We need to come to grips with that reality. The third party is not going to win. The Libertarian Party isn't going to put up anybody that's going to win the presidency. The Green Party isn't going to put anybody up that's going to win the presidency. No write-in candidate is going to win the presidency. Whether we like it or not, it's going to be the Republican or the Democrat, period, end of story. This person says, I don't know, man. After what establishment Dems... can I just pause for a minute? Love the profile picture. Seriously. If you guys don't know what the profile picture is, then you're not familiar with the world. Dig the profile picture. Not my team. Sorry they got bounced in such a bad fashion, but dig the profile picture. I don't know, man. After what established Democrats did to Bernie when he was on a roll, not cool. Unforgivable. I went green, and I'm not ashamed of that. Support third parties, and he says ranked choice voting. This is going to sound harsh, and I truly don't. I'm not trying to be harsh, but it's going to sound harsh. We need to stop with this bullshit. Bernie Sanders was mathematically eliminated before any... I don't like superdelegates in the Democratic Party. Let me make sure that I say that right up front. I don't think that superdelegates should be a thing. Excluding the superdelegates in 2016, Bernie Sanders didn't garner enough votes. He did not have the numbers. He did not have the support. Before you even factor the superdelegates in, this notion that Bernie Sanders got fucked by the Democratic Party is, I'm sorry, wrong. If anything, Bernie Sanders tried to use the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party hasn't been good enough for Bernie Sanders to run on under or with for decades in Vermont. But when he wants to be president, then all of a sudden it's okay to be a Democrat? You don't find anything wrong with that? I mean, he spends 30 years going, fuck that, I'm not going to be a Democrat. Fuck you guys. And then when he wants to be president, he goes, hey man, I need to be the Democratic nominee. He used the Democratic Party. But putting that aside, he didn't have the numbers. He didn't have the votes. And when he was mathematically eliminated, he stayed in the race. And I've done the videos about the number of Bernie supporters that swung the 2016 election to Donald Trump's favor and cost us the Supreme Court, Roe v. Wade, the Trump presidency period. I mean, could we just for one moment think about if Donald Trump doesn't win the presidency in 2016? Do you think he's president now? Back then, it was a marketing ploy for him. He never expected to win, but once he did win, now he doesn't want to let go of it. If he loses in 2016, he chalks it up to an experience. He got some marketing. He moves on with his life. The Republican Party fucks off with him, tells him to fuck off, and that's it. He still talks about politics. He still makes a few headlines here and there, but he's never in power. The harsh part about this is going to be the thing I say next. You went green and you're not ashamed of it? Then you helped elect Donald Trump. What we have is on you. The 3 Supreme Court justices that Donald Trump has already appointed, and the at least one, if not 2 more he's going to get, are on you. Brett Kavanaugh's on you. Amy Coney Barrett's on you. The loss of Roe v. Wade is on you. The tariff wars are on you. Every single person being abducted in the streets of America right now is on you. That 5-year-old kid that was used as bait is on you. Renee Good being shot in the face is on you. Because you couldn't bring yourself to vote for the Democrat because of some misperceived conception that Bernie Sanders got railroaded. He didn't. He didn't have enough votes. Did the Democratic apparatus back him? No, but they're not obligated to back him either. He's not been a Democrat his entire life. And then he didn't garner enough votes. He lost. His followers helped tank the 2016 election. People freaked out over the ensuing 4 years, came to their senses, turned out in record numbers for Joe Biden, and then didn't like the centrist nature of Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, so they did it again in 2024. They protest voted. They stayed home. I know it's harsh to say, to sound like, but all of this shit is on people like you who would not vote for the Democrat. Because the Green Party is never going to win. Ever. 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 That's not a thing. And it may be a clear conscious vote for you, but you have to face the reality of the consequences of your actions. What we see in the streets of America, Bavino, that little Nazi fuck throwing gas into protesters, that's on you, man. That's on you. And you also said here, support ranked choice voting. We can have a conversation about ranked choice voting. There are some very positive things about ranked choice voting, but there are also negative things about ranked choice voting. I would like to point to Alaska as an example. They have one congressional district. They had 3 candidates because they have ranked choice voting. A Democrat and 2 Republicans. More votes were cast in that congressional race for the Republicans than were cast for the Democrat. The Democrat did not get the majority of the votes. Or a majority of people did not want the Democrat, I should say. They wanted a Republican. But because the vote was split among 2 Republican candidates, the Democrat won. Even though fewer people in that district wanted the Democrat. Now imagine that in your hometown, your district, your state. You have 3 candidates. A Republican and 2 Democrats. More people vote for Democrats. Fewer people overall voted for the Republican than voted for Democrat or liberal ideology. But because the vote is split amongst 2 Democrats, the Republican wins. Do you still like ranked choice voting when that happens?